What's up, everybody? Look, y'all know we always tell you the truth here at Crain & Company. We know we're a little bit late. We're very punctual people. We apologize for that. We've had some technical difficulties. But to be honest with you, if you would have just seen the way that our team operated to be able to move a whole control room to right outside the studio, it may be one of the top 3 most impressive things that I've ever seen. We're not going to be able to take calls today. I'm going to be straight with you on that. We can't even connect with Tim Brando, but we're going to get him back on tomorrow. But we like to say here at Crain & Company, we not only embrace adversity, we thrive through it. So we appreciate you guys joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. We got a hell of a show for you doing the things that we can do. And again, look, sometimes you got to go on the fly. That's why Whose Line Is It Anyway is my favorite show. But David, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Are the mics working?
Blaine, you ready?
Born ready. Come on now.
Let's do it. Georgia schedules Auburn for homecoming. Yes, you heard that right. Joey Chestnut gets banned from Nathan's annual hot dog eating contest and has also betrayed America. And the Panthers take a 2-0 lead in the Stanley Cup Finals. I'm Jay Crain, and welcome to Crain & Company. Now, Auburn and Georgia have been rivals for a long-ass time. I mean, it's the Deep South's oldest rivalry. And there's a mutual respect between the players and a true hatred between the fan bases. And that's why Georgia scheduling Auburn for homecoming is not just a sign of the times where Georgia is rolling teams up like doobies in the front row of a Bob Marley concert, but that they have no respect for Auburn as a football program right now. And if we're being honest, why should they? Georgia's won 7 games in a row against Auburn, and they've dominated the series for what seems like forever now. And the only way that Auburn is going to change that is by beating them, not just once, but multiple times. Auburn players and fans should be pissed off. And right now, the people in Athens don't believe that Auburn people deserve to walk on the same side of the street as they do. They look down on a team they used to at least respect. But it shouldn't take being scheduled for homecoming for the Auburn football program and fan base to be foaming at the mouth to beat Georgia. It's a rite of passage when you play for the orange and blue. And the embarrassment that has been handed down, what seems like annually now, should be the most motivating factor. Look, Georgia does have a better roster than Auburn right now. But all it takes is putting together 4 quarters on a Saturday to start changing the narrative. Now, on Georgia's side, I understand that you can probably do this and get away with it. But I really don't understand why you did it. Because Kirby is the master of not giving teams extra preparation, motivation, or bulletin board material. He knows Auburn's been a wounded animal for a while, and this adds another element to it. Now, not only do we think we're better than you, says the Georgia fans, we think you're a glorified bye week. We don't think you're man enough to beat us. See, the key to beating the top teams is to not treat them like they're better than you or tell yourself that you have to play above and beyond your capabilities to win it. In fact, the best recipe is knowing that if I go play clean, if I play consistent and play hard-nosed football, then you're not better than me. It's like when Coach Klein looks at Red Bayou across the field in the water boy and he sees a puppy instead of a monster. Now, is Georgia an incredible program? There's no doubt. You'll get no argument about that from me. Has Auburn been a shell of itself since Brian Harsin decided recruiting was a choice, not mandatory? No doubt. But by no means is Auburn scared of Georgia. And come homecoming 2024, that wounded animal might get their ass off the mat a little bit and earn your respect. Now, for those who say, well, Georgia hosts Auburn later in the year now, and the dates just work out that way, that isn't the only reason why they scheduled it. In the past, homecoming games for Georgia have been a mixture of Missouri, Vandy, and Kentucky. And those games have ranged from October 15th to November 4th. You play Mississippi State at home on October 12th. So there was a way to schedule a different team for homecoming. So be pissed off, Auburn. That's great. But all that counts is what the scoreboard says. And at this point, that's the only thing that can hurt them the most. I'm going to bring in my co-host, former Michigan quarterback David Cohn, my brother, former Western State Colorado wide receiver Blaine Crain. And David, I'll start with you. Look, Georgia's better than Auburn. They've been beating up Auburn. Nobody's arguing that. I just don't see why you would give any extra motivation to an Auburn team that's probably going to have the best roster they've had in the last, I could say, 3, maybe even 4 years.
Man, I think you're looking at this wrong. It might be the ultimate sign of respect for Georgia to schedule Auburn as their homecoming.
Really?
I mean, what greater sign of respect to say, you know what? One of the oldest rivalries in the country, bitter rival. We're better than them right now. Let's go ahead and embarrass them while we can't. Isn't that like the ultimate sign of respect rather than just to say, oh, well, we'll just schedule Vanderbilt? No, they think they're that much better than you. They want to try and embarrass you while they have the moment. And now y'all get to play spoiler. Imagine if you beat Georgia this year and it's on homecoming. It'll be something Auburn fans talk about for the next century. Am I wrong?
Well, I don't think it has to be on. I think just in general, if we beat Georgia at Georgia, which we haven't done the last 20 years.
Would it not be extra special? The Monday after Saturday, you would be whatever you'll say, you would say, and then you would add, and we did it on their homecoming.
Number one, I appreciate you.
Yes.
I appreciate you trying to soften the blow. And listen, we're all fans of somebody. We say that here on Crain Company. If you're not, I feel like you should be federally investigated. But Blaine, I just want to know what you think about this.
Let's be honest. Georgia has no respect for Auburn. Zero respect for Auburn. Why would you? It's like having a brother the same age, right? You kind of look alike. You know, you're kind of the same growing up. But he's just that much more successful than you. Yeah. And whatever he does, it's like Midas. It just turns into gold. And right now, what Kirby does, Kirby's not afraid of mostly anybody. Who are the teams you think Georgia respects? Bama. Texas, right?
I would say
Ohio State after last year, probably.
Ohio State.
Why the hell would you respect Auburn? When's the last time Auburn went to Sanford Stadium? And that stadium, I don't give a damn if it's on homecoming or not.
When the last time? I think it's when Brandon Cobb
20 years
hit boy on like 4th and 16, and then we fumbled going in the end zone, but recovered. I think Courtney Taylor recovered it in the end zone. Georgia has been beating Auburn so much that it's hard for me to start going back in the memories and remembering this. But I know that Kirby's smart. Like I said, he is the absolute master of the faceless opponent. He is the absolute master of not hyping it. Hell, he convinced Georgia they were going 7-5 the year after they won the Natty. All right, but if you look at the schedule, again, I know it's different than it used to be where, Auburn used to play Georgia and Bama at the end of the year, like back-to-back. Now they just play Georgia. But that Mississippi State game, October 12th at Sanford Stadium, should have been homecoming. I feel like this.
Why is that, though? Why is that?
Because for multiple reasons. One, this is a rivalry. Georgia and Mississippi State in a rivalry. Mississippi State's got a brand new coach. Georgia's roster is way better than Mississippi State's. It's better than Auburn's, but I think Auburn's roster is better than Mississippi State roster right now. Mississippi State fans will say this. David, and I know homecoming is kind of a little bit different than it used to be back in the day, but make no mistake. This is a shot across the bow. This is Georgia and Kirby Smart looking at Hugh Freeze and Auburn and saying, ha, 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 you're the fat kid. You guys aren't any good. We're going to make fun of you at recess and pull your pants down and hang your underwear on the flagpole. That's what this is.
That actually may be true, but I still find it more interesting. Like, I want homecoming to be a big-time game, especially a rivalry game. I'll give you just a practical example. Ann Arbor, I just went to Ann Arbor this past week. It's 8 hours away. They have homecoming against Northwestern or someone. Everyone calls me every year. Come back for homecoming. Everyone's going back. I'm like, I can't make it and justify that trip to go play Northwestern. Let's play the Buckeyes on homecoming. I'd rather go if we lose.
Are you really?
Yeah, I would rather be there.
Homecomings is about the family. It's about the parents.
That's why they want you to come back. You know they're going to win the game.
That's not always how homecoming used to be. Right? Homecoming used to be like, let's schedule homecoming and bring people back to the biggest, most important game of the season.
I've never done that.
I appreciate where you're going.
Like through me, like I love what you're saying, but for me, growing up through high school, college, every time we played a homecoming team, you're getting demolished.
I'm talking about back in. Before all of us. Okay. I'm not that old either.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, you know what I think of with homecoming, and I love our boy Bryant Vincent, the new head coach out there. La Monroe. Bishop Sycamore.
Isn't it going to be disrespectful to someone?
Like, well, again, but not to your rival.
Tennessee Tech.
Hey, David, if Ohio State scheduled Michigan for homecoming, you would take that as disrespectful.
If what? Say it again.
If Ohio State scheduled Michigan for homecoming, the first instinct you would have, it would be disrespect. Because
if they did it this year, I wouldn't. If they did it this year, I wouldn't. But if they had done it 4 years ago when we were really, really down, yeah, I understand. I get what you're saying about Kirby.
Yeah, and look, Georgia's probably going to win. Let's be honest.
Let's all go home for a big game.
It's going to take a Herculean effort for Auburn to beat Georgia.
There's no problem about it. We ain't going to win against Georgia this year.
See, and that's the problem. That's the mindset.
No, David,
what if you beat them on homecoming? What if you beat them on homecoming?
Okay,
talk about it for the rest of the time.
Well, what if 40 aliens land down and we go play pickleball for a week?
That'd be fun too.
I know, but it's probably not going to happen.
That'd be a totally different homecoming.
That would,
depending on what theory you believe. All right, we're going to get to the Booster Club. Again, we know we had technical difficulties. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. First, before we do, though, all right, and we're going to get to Joey Chestnut pulling the ultimate Benedict Arnold. And you're right, we're pissed off about it. But first, let's talk about some real meat. Our friends over at Good Ranchers.
Yeah.
All right? They've got an exclusive Father's Day deal, Dave. You're a father of 3, so you should really get 3 of
I
these.
wanna hear.
All right? They just unveiled their limited edition King Box.
King Box.
King Box.
I need one of those.
Not a boy. Available only for the special occasion. It's packed with thick-cut bone-in ribeyes, center-cut filet mignons, and thick-cut bone-in New York strips, all sourced from local family farms, not from overseas. They're not making this stuff in some lab while Bill Nye the Science Guy smirks and laughs at
Not a
people.
real scientist.
Not a real scientist. And it's aged 21 days to perfection because the work of a father never ends, right? It's like a circle. It never ends. So Good Ranchers are also offering, and brace yourself for this, free bacon for life. All right? I don't know how you can get a better deal than that with any new subscription. So you need to go to goodranchers.com, use code BOOSTER, that's BOOSTER, to secure their brand new King Box for a dad you know, or subscribe to any of their custom curated boxes for yourself. Don't forget to use the code BOOSTER. That's BOOSTER if you're dyslexic. Use it at checkout to claim your free Applewood smoked bacon for life, which, God, that's a great deal. That's goodranchers.com with promo code BOOSTER. It's a fantastic product. And if you don't believe that, don't talk to me anymore. All right, let's get to the
Fourth of
Booster.
July coming up. Too,
I know.
man.
It's the ultimate Michael Scott
They get it.
win.
All right, Chad, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you donate, it's on topic. It will get read. We're going to start off with MF, also known as Nastrom fam. Says, don't weaken the OSU Michigan game by making it homecoming.
That's what I'm telling you. It's disrespect.
Use Michigan State instead. It's definitely be a lot easier.
But see, right now, Michigan State's down, though. Like, right now, Michigan State's down. I'm telling you right now, and I believe this to my core, if I was Hugh Freeze or any coach at Auburn, every day, And we're back. We just I frozen. I'm surprised I didn't laugh. All right. Let's get back to the chat here.
I have one more question.
All right, go ahead.
Just to put a button on this. Last year, Auburn hosted Alabama and Georgia of the Plains. If I told you it's a guarantee Auburn will win all their home games last year, who would you have wanted for homecoming?
Oh, without a doubt, Bama.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
Just because it's
If I guaranteed you a win.
If you just because it's all the ultimate act of disrespect, but we wouldn't do that because we
is the
haven't beat
ultimate
it.
line of respect.
See, you're just again. I appreciate what you're trying. I see
You
the
see?
circular
You see?
thing you're trying
If
to
I
do
say I
here.
guarantee you a win, you would have picked Bama.
So I want to hurt you the most. That means I care about you the most. But this to me is Kirby wouldn't take that chance. That's what I'm saying. Like this, Kirby thinks. I firmly believe Georgia thinks they're going to beat Auburn so easily, and they might. They're way better than Auburn is. But I just don't see the reason why you would go take the extra effort because you know Auburn wants to beat you because you've done nothing but stomp them out year after year after year. I can't get Soldier Boy out of my head from what they did to Auburn when they had the blackout
in the locker room
in San
when
Francisco.
Mike Hart made the infamous little brother comment to Michigan State. He wouldn't have said that about Maryland or Wisconsin.
And
he
what
said
happened?
it specifically about Michigan State. The tide's turned. This could be y'all's tide. Time to turn the tide, baby. Beat Georgia on the road.
Now
The fact that you added the word tied in there,
now you're just having fun with
now
it.
I'm pissed.
Now,
Incidentally, that was
now the suits are messed up. All right, let's get to the chat.
All right, let's go to Durs. What's up, Durs? He says, as an Auburn fan, why should I be confident? We have the same record against Georgia as Vandy does the last 15 years.
Well, again, nobody listen. I'm going to make sure, Durs, you're understanding what I'm saying. I am not saying Auburn is going to beat Georgia. That is not what I'm saying. Now, is there a chance? Hell, there's always a chance, right? But to be honest, and again, if I was an Indian, I'd be Pocahontas, is that Auburn is I would not be confident, especially going to Georgia, right? I would not be confident at all. Blaine, please tell them how confident you are.
Zero. As an Auburn fan, what are you confident about?
I think we're going to be
Every Saturday. No. After last year against New Mexico State, what game are you walking in like, hey, boys, I'm going to watch the first half. I ain't going to watch the second half. What game is that? I'll wait.
Look. And again, all kidding aside, I get what you're saying. Auburn has to show it.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
You've had 3 losing seasons in a year
Mm-hmm.
in a row? Yeah, you got to show it. I get that. But this to me is like, name something that is more disrespectful. Just name it. What, Kirby Smart walking to midfield?
That interview that WNBA chick did yesterday.
This is like finding out
again. I did.
This is like finding out your girlfriend cheated with your best friend.
Yeah, this is like that.
And
This
that's
is like that.
that's a sign of respect because
David. Yeah. All right, one more.
Let's go to motivated and dedicated. It says, fellas, let's all be honest. Hugh Freeze and Auburn Tigers get beat by 21 this fall.
Again, I don't think you're not crazy saying that. Okay, you're not crazy saying that. Georgia's really good. Auburn is still building. I think Hugh Freeze is the right guy at Auburn. I've said that. Again, this is as low as it gets. This is as low as it gets. And I'm actually getting upset the more I think about it. That's how low it gets. This is the ultimate sign of disrespect. So what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Just and they, like I said in the open, they don't think Auburn people, the fans, the players, the coaches deserve to walk on the same side of the street as they do. That's what it is right now. And you know what? To be honest with you, I don't blame them. If I was a Georgia fan, I'd be so confident. I would walk around in nothing but Georgia stuff. Hell, I'd dress up like a dog, like that one dude did in China, like that $14,000 dog suit, and just walk around town. That's what I would do. But it is what it is. One more.
Let's go to Keats. He says, what an idiotic take. That might be me or anybody on this. Auburn is 1 QB away from beating Georgia easily last season.
Yeah, so which quarterback was going to defend Brock Bowers?
Well, I will say Auburn, if you go back to that Georgia game, like
the
way Auburn ran the ball against Georgia and Bama, Peyton Thorne was holding them back, and the defense played good in the first half.
And who said that? Who said that comment?
Keats.
Let me just explain something to you, my friend. And again, love disagreeing. You can agree. If you agreed with us all the time, this would be the most boring show ever. Auburn is not one player away from beating Georgia. You want to know why Georgia's so good? Because they got everybody everywhere. Everybody everywhere. Name one position group that Auburn is better than Georgia at. Name one position group that Auburn is deeper than Georgia in. I'll sit here and wait. This is an orange. And again, fan is short for fanatical, right? Believe. That's great. Ted Lasso. Hell, I went and saw his bar when we were over in England, the one where they shot all those things from.
Oh, really? How was
those
that?
pictures.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. They
Really?
still got a picture from over there. Yeah, it's pretty tight. But Georgia's roster is so much better than Auburn's right now. Now, that doesn't mean that it's impossible for Auburn to win. But saying Auburn is one quarterback away from having a better team than Georgia, that's basically fan crystal meth. That's what you're taking. I'm going to take it. Oh, now I'm going to say something. So calling my take idiotic and then saying that Auburn is only a quarterback away from beating Georgia should get you a one-way trip to Shutter Island. But again, you can disagree. That's great.
All right, let's go to BD. Says, hot take here, fellas. Auburn is closer to Vanderbilt than they are to Georgia. The fact that you said that pisses me off, and the fact that in my head it might be true pisses me off even more.
That's a great response.
That is, look, I'm going to disagree.
No, man.
Vandy's
Y'all
bad.
played for 2 national
Vandy's
championships.
bad.
No.
Well, it's right. No, it's. I think he's talking about the roster.
Yeah.
Like right now is Auburn is closer to being Vanderbilt than Auburn is closer to being Georgia. I feel like. Damn, look, I don't think that's that crazy of a thing to say.
Well, after this recruiting class,
After this next recruiting class, after this next one,
closer to Georgia.
I agree with that. But if you're struggling with back taxes or unfiled tax returns, this year the IRS is escalating collections by adding 20,000 new agents. Damn, no
20,000?
fun. 20,000. Man, why do y'all hate us so much? And sending millions of demand letters. Now that tax season's over, collection season begins. That's right. All right. So don't wait any longer. You need professional help. All right. And when you need professional help, you need the best pros. The best pros are at Tax Network USA. You need to make sure to hit them up because upon signing up, Tax Network USA will immediately contact the IRS to secure a protection order, ensuring that aggressive collection activities such as garnishments, levies, or Blaine property seizures are halted, providing you with peace of mind and financial security. So don't wait any longer. Call our friends over at Tax Network USA for a complimentary consultation. Call today, 1-800-245-6000, or visit their website at tnusa.com/booster. That's 1-800-245-6000, or visit tnusa.com/booster today. All right, David, let's get to rapid fire. We have technical difficulties today. If you do not know, we can't do call-ins. Tim Brando will be coming on tomorrow because he's an awesome human being and he understands how this business works.
What's your thoughts on BLTs?
On BLTs?
Don't care.
You don't care about them?
Hashtag unsubscribe.
You don't like
I hate you
BLTs?
I'm good.
I hate you for saying that.
You're lying.
I
bro.
hate you for saying
I'm
that.
good.
You
Bacon,
look like
lettuce,
such
tomato.
a BLT guy too to me.
Wait.
What is a
You're
BLT?
from
Bacon, lettuce, tomato.
Hold on. Hold on. Conserve your
All the
power.
things we have to talk
Conserve
about.
your
BLTs.
power. I'm just saying, you're from Statesboro, Georgia, and you don't like a sandwich that has Hellman's mayonnaise, bacon, Applewood smoked bacon. If you go to goodranchers.com, use promo code Booster, get that free for life. Lettuce and tomato on a sandwich.
I'll take the bacon and the mayonnaise.
You don't like tomatoes. That's the peach of vegetables, David. You're from Georgia.
BLT's America's sandwich.
Yeah, it is. Which is a great
You have a grilled
segue.
cheese sandwich?
Those are good too.
Which is a great. How dare you? You sick bastard.
Look, at least I'm not communist like Joey Chestnut.
Okay, there we go.
He is.
David, tell everybody, first off, what's going on with this
I don't
Joey
want to get
Chestnut?
too ahead of ourselves, but it sounds like Joey Chestnut is now a communist.
Uh,
Okay? 16-time winner
Yeah.
of the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Nobody's doubting his skills.
World record holder of 76 dogs in 2021 now will not compete supposedly in this year's Nathan hot dog eating contest because of his new sponsor is a competitor, and not just any competitor, Impossible. The
So
Impossible Burger, the vegan joint.
You want to know why it's called impossible? Because the stuff ain't real, David. This isn't a Tom Cruise movie where it's possible, but they just call it Mission Impossible. He wants to eat vegan hot dogs, and Nathan's saying no. This is America. We have beef in our wieners. But I want to tell you guys, we got a couple new phenoms that are about to hit the circuit. All right? When something goes down here at Crain and Company, we're going to pull it back up. That's right. We're America's sports show. So first off, I want to show you to my right. Crain, 6'4", 225 right now.
Yeah.
Stacked and racked.
226.
Ready to go. People have called him the Glizzy Gobbler. All right. And then to my left, 6'7". I mean, the dude's a literal human tree.
Old bear neck.
His stuff, he got a long neck too. They call him the Wiener Warrior. So we got two guys that are about to battle it out. Y'all can see we have 6 Glizzies in front of me. Gentlemen, Grasp your wieners.
Hey, and if it's any motivation for you, Blaine, Joey Chestnut was offered $200,000 to appear in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest last year and offered a $1.2 million 4-year contract. They
Good.
turned it down.
Good.
Okay, if that's any motivation.
There ain't no,
I ate tzatziki's for lunch.
he's already making excuses. All right.
You already
So
making
here's the rules.
excuses?
Here's the rules. Calm down. Calm down. Here's the rules. We don't have a timer because it's whoever eats them faster. But this is your guys' chance to show the world today that we have two guys.
He's triple stacking wieners.
Listen, don't
You
hate on
can
his
triple
strategy.
stack a wiener.
You can triple stack whatever you want.
Put that.
Go to Wendy's. and
Put
see how-
that. Clip that right there.
All right, so it's whoever finishes first. So I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, gobble the wieners. All right, and that's when you can go. David, don't laugh. David.
Gobble on 3.
Yeah, gobble on 3. That's it. Gobble on 3. 1, 2, 3, gobble. All right, here we go. Come on, David. Come on, David. I'm telling you, Blaine's going to win this. This man was doing stomach stretches for 30 minutes before the show today. And then we had technical difficulties. Good. Good. Hey, don't forget your drinks. Don't forget your drinks. It's a big part of the strategy. No, don't. You worry about yourself. Guys in the chat, this is some serious stuff going on right now. All right, this is why you tune in. He's going wieners first, then buns. We call that a San Francisco brunch. Keep eating. You got this. All right, Dave. I'm taking David right now. I'm taking David right now early. I'm taking David early. You got this. Look at that. Look at that neck. It just easily. You got this. All right, Blaine. Can you come back to? This is so painful to watch. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating. That's cheating.
Deduct them.
Yeah, he got deducted. You worry about eating those wieners. Come on, Blaine. Come on. You got maroon pants on. I expected better from you.
I ate tzatziki's for
No, I
lunch.
don't want to hear your excuses. If I want to hear excuses, I'd interview prisoners.
Joey Chestnut's a communist.
Here we go. Go, David. Oh, he's only down the bread. David's going to win this. David's going to win this. Blaine's got to get gross real quick. It's got to get gross real quick. Oh, that bread's going to be tougher, though. Why not dunk it? Why not dunk it? You not seen that strategy? Your mouth's so dry right now. Your mouth's so dry right now. Good. Fill it up. I'd shove more in there if it was me. I'm just saying. Here we go. It's coming down to the wire. This is as intense as it gets. We've had some intense shows here. This is as intense as it gets. Let's go, Blaine. Those look like pepperonis at this point. You got this. Oh, here we go. It's coming down the pipe. Blaine went in for one more drink. He went in for one more drink. You got Kobayashi. Like Kobayashi. Nah. You got this. All right, here we go. Here we go. Guys, this has been a great race. I'm super proud of y'all. Too bad Joey Chestnut would have eaten 40 by now, but that's okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's a dunk. You got to swallow the whole thing. The whole thing. Here. Oh, let's. David Cohn, if he swallows it, he wins it. Oh, Blaine's throwing in the towel. Gentlemen, this is incredible. This is an incredible performance by both you guys.
I'm never eating another hot dog.
Hey, great job. Great job. David Cohn. David Cohn wins, but guys, I think both y'all have a shot. Hey, it was a valiant effort. It was a valiant effort by you. Especially with the guy in maroon pants.
Get down with the strap. All right.
It did. No no tzatziki's earlier.
You got tzatziki's for lunch, though.
You know, there's a little dispute, but you did throw a glove and a ball at him. I don't think you realized there was a
Prove
ball
that.
in
I
there.
think there's a ball in there, David.
Yeah. David said, "Ow, that hurt." Good job, gentlemen. Good job. Which brings you to my next point. Look, guys, we're not getting any younger. We can't eat hot dogs like we used to. We have less energy, right? Because of a natural loss of testosterone. So we decided to do something about it, and we got Newgenics. You've seen the commercials. Frank Thomas, Doug Flutie, all type of studs. I think maybe Wade Boggs in there. I may be wrong. But now we feel revived and energized like we used to. We all take it. It's something that has worked for all of us. I mean, I'm 34. David, you're what, 35?
Let's don't keep up with it.
Let's don't keep up. Blaine, you're almost level 30.
I want him to get reviewed.
Don't worry about that.
Right.
We're talking about Newgenics right now, which is always right. All right, you can turn back the clock and feel younger with Nugenix Total T Testosterone Booster with Tesnor. And you can get your complimentary sample right now if you text CRAIN to 231-231 and try before you buy. You'll get a complimentary bottle, like I said, of Nugenix Total T when you text CRAIN to 231-231. If you text now, they will bring a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, which is our most powerful fat incinerator ever. totally on the house, which is American for free. So just text CRAIN to 231-231. That's Nugenix Total T and Nugenix Thermo X on us. Just pay shipping and handling, 231-231. Enter keyword Crain. Texting enrolls you in recurring automated messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply. Let's get back to the chat because I'm sure it's interesting in there.
Yeah, let me get in here. Let's go to Dante S. What's up, Dante? Says, God, fellas, y'all look like y'all put wieners in your mouth before.
Well, you knew that one was coming. That's good. We got that one out of the way, Dante. Congrats.
All right, let's go to Ricky V. What's up, Ricky? Says, I can't believe Joey Chestnut did this. He was on my Mount Rushmore of Americans.
Yeah,
right?
now you're Benedict Arnold. Like you benedicted Arnold. Look, as a professional eater, okay, if we're talking about maybe ice cream, you want to go to some plant-based ice cream, you can maybe talk me into that, right? Maybe it's dairy. But meat, when I think of Joey Chestnut, I don't think about him eating anything other than glizzies, than a good old-fashioned American hot dog. What is more American than going to a ballpark, getting a beef frank, right? And Nathan's makes some really good ones. Like Nathan's probably the top hot dog out there. But now you want to go, you switch up like this?
But,
David, you switch up like this?
Not only that, but let's just say Impossible this is just offering you all the money in the world. Like you can't turn it down. Okay, so that's your sponsor. What does it hurt for you to still go win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest? Like if I'm Impossible, right, and I'm trying to turn the whole world vegan, and I pay Joey Chestnut enough money so that he sells out and he turns, wouldn't I still want him to go win the Nathan's hot dog eating contest?
For sure.
Like why? I don't understand what it benefits to keep him out of it.
Yeah, I wonder, as more comes out, is this something where Joey Chestnut got told, hey, you can't have this sponsor and come eat one of our hot dogs when you guys are over there growing 3D printing glizzies?
So it sounds like they made a statement saying, we are devastated to learn that Joey Chestnut has chosen to represent a rival brand that sells plant-based
you can't play
rather than compete in the 2024 Nathan's famous 4th of July hot dog. I love how they throw famous in there.
Smart. Well,
I guess it's technically.
This has like live tour vibes until they like kind of merged or whatever's going on right now. You can't say, listen, I'm gonna go represent Ben and Jerry's and then try and come and do the Bluebell thing. Like you can't do that. Like nobody would have cared if this was Adidas or something like that. But you are literally going to the opposite end of the spectrum, which at what point, as America's hero, food eater, you're our Kobayashi, right? You just totally switch up on us like this. It's a Benedict Arnold situation.
So they say Joey Chestnut is an American hero. We would love nothing more than to have him at the Nathan's International Hot Dog Eating Contest. We hope he returns when he's not representing a rival brand. So maybe that is maybe it's like that's just his sponsor and they won't let him now.
Which makes sense to me.
Because at first, at one point, it was like, I was under the impression he wanted the Impossible dog served, which that's
no. Well, let's put this in football terms. If I'm Auburn, I'm not letting Alabama host an official visit in my stadium. Like, you're just not doing it. Anybody else, maybe we can talk about it. Maybe it's on the table. Maybe we'll do a dual thing. We'll go hang out, feel dangerous, but also safe. No, you're not letting your ultimate rival, somebody who, if Impossible gets what they want, they'll put the meat industry out of business. We rep Good Ranchers over here. I hope Impossible. I hope it is impossible. I hope it's Kim Possible. All right? I hope it never happens because I don't want plant-based meat anyway. I don't want meat-based plants. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want broccoli, I don't want it to taste like a hot dog, right? I'll put some cheese on it, but that's a different story.
All right, let's go to Billy Bob. He says, fellas, coming to Texas A&M this year, they're definitely used to eating wieners there.
There we go.
Boy.
There we go.
The chat is just full of nothing but wiener jokes.
No, just keep going. It's great.
As we spend. Let's go to a $5 donation from Timothy from Green Bay. Jake is just mad he couldn't gobble down the wieners. We all know who would have won if Jake was competing. # French spy in the gay men's choir.
Yeah, Tim, thanks for that, buddy. The more you're slowly becoming Ryan Gay to me. Like, you guys are slowly merging. I'm actually hoping Jordan Love doesn't work out now to the point where I was rooting for him. My dad played for the Packers. My father played for the Packers.
This was enough to turn you?
This is Timothy from Green Bay is almost just totally, I'll M. Night Shyamalan this whole thing. I'll root against him. You're going to make me root for the Bears. Nope. Nay. The Lions.
Vikings.
The Lions. That's what I'll say.
Let's go to Doghouse Lawn Care. It says, be honest with you, fellas, neither of these guys are winning a hot dog eating competition.
Neither. Who?
I think we would have a chance.
Doghouse, you
Put
got to
me in the game,
understand.
coach.
You got to understand the circumstances that went on in this. This news broke right before we went on. All right, technical difficulties. There's emotions all over the place.
Who knows
Right.
where they got those hot dogs
Who knows
from?
where they got them from?
Like-
But and Blaine ate tzatziki's. He had a belly full of Greek tzatziki's. All right, so I'm not expecting him to just throw him down. And then David, again, guy that loves to eat. All right, when's that time you ate? David?
No. We need to
When's
start
that time you
being.
ate?
We need to start being honest.
Breakfast.
We need to start be honest about David.
What?
All right, y'all don't. When's the last time you ate, David?
I had breakfast.
Cow.
What'd you have for
What'd you eat
breakfast?
for breakfast?
Breakfast tacos. Bacon
God, that
and
seemed like-
scrambled eggs.
Okay, you wouldn't make that up.
Yeah, that's actually pretty. Okay.
But you usually don't eat though. You don't eat lunch
Well,
here.
ever since Lady Ballers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just losing weight.
Lost all that weight,
Yeah.
son.
Let's go to OG Gary. He says, guys, I'm loving the content today. Even with technical difficulties, you deliver an amazing show. Can I get your opinion on college baseball, the bracket setup? What do you think about
It's a great
A&M and
segue.
getting dog
Great.
walked?
It's an absolute great segue. I'm wondering why Charlie Condon's the fat kid from Trouble with the Curve.
Yeah.
Like 2 for 11, and then the worst part is though, if you're a Georgia fan, then look, Georgia overachieved. Nobody's
100%.
like they had a hell of a year. I want to make sure everybody knows that. I feel like all I'm doing is talking about Georgia today. Then Charlie Condon hits the solo tank in the 9th inning when you're down by 4 runs, and he came up with the bases loaded. Georgia stranded more people than the movie Castaway. All right, like you got to be able to come through with the bases loaded, the best part of your order up, and I got to give credit to NC State's bullpen. They had that freshman come in, Justin Dudow, I think's his name, coming in major league. He's going to be a major league pitcher. He's a freshman. His slider he threw 9 straight sliders. You knew what you were getting, but he can run the fastball up to 98. So you always have to guess fastball and adjust to the 91, 92 mile per hour slider. But Georgia had multiple opportunities that they didn't take advantage of. And NC State, every time it seemed like Georgia would score, they would come and hit a solo home run or hit a 2-run home run. And that's what good teams do, right? Hold them and score. Or they score, we score. That's what good teams do. NC State earned that one. I want to give a ton of credit to NC State. Thought Georgia had an incredible crowd. You know, you look at the kudzu corner and all that stuff out there. But you look at the College World Series bracket now, David. I believe you have it pulled up.
Bracket
We
1
can't
is
show
North
graphics right now.
Bracket 1 is North Carolina against Virginia.
ACC,
Yep. Tennessee against Florida State.
SEC, ACC,
Bracket 2, Kentucky against North Carolina State.
SEC, ACC.
Texas A&M against Florida.
Wow, that Texas A&M Florida game. Because again, we talked Florida too. It's just, and listen, Charlie Condon had an incredible year. I mean, he's a walk-on. He's probably going to be the first overall pick. But no, it was a tough day yesterday for Georgia. But NC State won that game. Make no mistake.
100%.
Even at the end, when Georgia put a little pressure on them, they were able to find a way to get out of it. Some really good plays made in the field. Serrano, the center fielder, hit a tank earlier in the game, makes a huge catch. I think Slade Alford hit one to the wall, made a hell of a catch. So look, this College World Series is going to be awesome. They're really all awesome. But any one of these teams can win it. We talked about this yesterday. Let's go ahead and pick one. All right, David, who are you taking to win it? And why is it Tennessee?
Should I take Tennessee or Kentucky?
I think you should take it just to see if this Tennessee jinx thing.
But now if they lose, for sure.
Well, for sure now,
Ride the wave, Dave.
ride the wave.
Ride the wave.
Ride it.
What do you call a coward, say, Jay?
Hey, listen, when there's a wave coming, grab a surfboard.
Grab that surfboard, brother.
Grab it.
Wish that I was on
Right,
a
there it
rocket
is.
top down in the Tennessee hills.
Yeah,
Give me Tennessee, baby.
All right. Blaine, who you going with? Who you going with? Who you going with? No. Who you going with? Florida.
No way.
Florida. Nice.
Gators, baby.
All
That's to make up for all those things you said about Billy Napier.
It won't make up for that at all, but y'all need to win, damn it.
Here's who I'm going with. Hey!
Oh, no.
Texas
A&M,
no.
Jake's wearing overalls.
Oh boy got hurt. Right, one of their best players got hurt. Really sad story, by the way. But Texas A&M, I mean, I don't know. I'm feeling it. I'm vibing right with you guys. All the hate that Blaine's giving y'all, I am riding with Texas A&M.
It's not.
So we're going SEC. Like we're saying that we're all
that's
picking
right,
SEC.
we
It's
are.
not hate. It's love.
See, now you sound like him.
Now you sound like me.
It's 'cause
Come
I'm
on.
telling you. Okay, don't triple stamp a double
All
stamp.
right, let me get to these donations. Let's go to a $5 donation from Jake's favorite, Ryan Gade.
Here we go.
How in the hell can they ban the greatest damn athlete in the world? Because he's soft. And he's a communist.
Yes.
He's not. It's like watching what's that movie, White House Down, and you find out the guy next to the president's really working for the Russians.
That's what it feels
That's
like.
what it feels
doesn't
like to me. We just found out Joey Chestnut's been working for Vladimir Putin and the Russians.
You Brutus us.
Allegedly.
It's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It is heartbreaking. No, this is a sad day for America.
Mhm.
This is a very sad day for America. But listen, that's why they need a hero. That's why I'm so proud of you guys for competing at a very high level. We got to work on the strategy a little bit. I'm surprised there wasn't I loved you going triple
Thanks for the
wieners.
advice.
The
though.
buns
Get them
were-
down,
The
separate
buns were the toughest, though, weren't they?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But that's why you dip them.
And once you talked about the dunking, I was like, wow.
That's why,
It's
again,
just-
if
yeah.
you watch, like that's what the way I'd have done it.
$2 donation from Steve Miller. I love your band. He says, look, Georgia just has better recruiting skills, period, and that's what shows up on Saturday.
Well, yeah, they're a better program, right? It's easier to recruit when you're kicking everybody's ass. And listen, they've got like the combination that Alabama had with Nick Saban, and I'm not saying that Kirby Smart is going to be Nick Saban, but I think he's going to be pretty daggum close, is that they were beating people to death, and they had the best recruiters, and the best head coach that knew how to recruit and put everybody else in the best situation possible, that knew how to hire people. Auburn right now has struggled the last 3 years, so it's harder to sell that dream. It's easy to go to Georgia right now, be a first, second round pick. Look at the way they're pumping it out. You got a guy behind you that can play, so you're not burnt out by the time you get there. But Hugh Freeze is the right guy to do it, and he can recruit his ass off, and the staff he's put together can recruit, but it's harder because you're having to sell a dream. The minute Auburn starts cooking on the field and you can show progress, that's why I laugh at all these people that thought that somehow Alabama, with Nick Saban gone and Kalen DeBoer there, would just suck at recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama's still a huge brand. Kalen DeBoer hasn't coached a game in Alabama yet. He can still say, we're Alabama. It's going to take Alabama struggling for multiple seasons for that to go down a little bit, and it's still Alabama. If you thought that Alabama was going to fall off, you're nuts or you just hate them, which I understand, both of them. I'm a little bit of both. But at the end of the day, it's going to take on the field showing that, hey, they're falling back down to mediocrity and these other people are raising. But that hasn't shown itself yet. These kids still see Alabama as Alabama. If I go there, I'm going to win a lot of games. I can win a national championship. I can make the playoff. I can get drafted very high into the NFL. Until that starts going down, they're not going to be bad at recruiting. That's not how this works.
All right, let's go to Sasha with the $2 donation. He says, that's why Jake gets Salt Lake, Blaine.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
And for me to come out and say I love y'all, and I'm doing this all out of love.
No,
You
Charles, tell them
respond
the
like
truth.
that.
Charles, tell them the truth.
That just blows my mind. Let's go to a $5 donation from David S. Arms of the Angels plays in the background. Please donate what you can to help fix the equipment for Crain Company. With your help, Crain Company can overcome this hurdle. Little Sarah McLachlan commercial.
Melissa, I think she has.
I
a
can't believe
concert
we're even
national.
live right now.
I know
Dude.
that what our team did behind the scenes was,
Yeah.
if you guys can't see it, but we saw
Oh,
it was
guys.
like a NASCAR pit crew, and I'm not. David probably knows more
We've had
technological
to
stuff
pull a
than
couple
me.
of these technical
For
difficulties
sure.
in the college football.
For
Hall of
sure,
Fame.
but
the
I
whole
don't-
rest of this building is down right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like it's like a haunted house out there.
yeah, for sure.
Let's go to a $5 donation from Johnny Quininos. Says Jake and David, fresh off another series loss to the Nationals.
Here we go.
How soon do you think they will be back to competing at the top of the NL East?
See, we got Orioles tonight.
Hey,
We got
Orioles
Orioles
tonight.
tonight.
Listen, am I maybe picking the Orioles at plus money? I don't know. We'll see. That's a question we have to answer later. It's still early. We're barely into June. If we get to the All-Star break and it still hasn't gotten any better, because the Braves are like 28th out of 30th in Major League Baseball and run since May 1st. That ain't good, buddy,
Mhm.
especially with the way you've swung the bats recently. But again, it's a long way to go. All the Braves got to do is get in. Just get in. Get some of the confidence back, right? Get the mojo back going. I haven't quit on the Braves yet, and I'm going to be the one standing here. When Atlanta makes the playoffs, all right, and they start doing their thing, I'm going to be the one that stood here the whole time. I'm Diamond Hands. I'm Roaring Kitty. I'm not selling, David.
Your Diamond Hands?
You're a Roaring Kitty.
Roaring Kitty Diamond Hands. I love that reference. Does Alex Anthopoulos need to make the type of moves that he needed that he did last time Ronald Acuna went down?
You know what I think Alex Anthopoulos should do? Whatever he thinks is best.
'Cause
You
this
have
time,
earned the benefit
your
of the doubt.
best player
for me,
went
my
down
friend.
again, and your best pitcher went down.
Yeah, you have earned the benefit of the doubt for
But
me.
even though I will say, especially in the month of June, I'm more proud of the Texas Rangers than ever. No pride
Did it
nights,
again.
man. It's easy.
Dude, there's a lot of
It's
teams that
easy to
came
pull
out.
for the
Yeah.
Rangers.
There's a lot of teams that
How
came
did
out.
they?
Didn't
I mean, they're doing
post-
pretty well this year.
Didn't
They're
post
second-
pride stuff.
second in the
Second,
division
no.
right now to the Mariners. I believe.
Yeah.
You knew the
AL
Mariners were
West.
going to be good. All right, you ready for this poll?
Yeah.
All right. Did Joey Chestnut betray America? Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna say I know
Or
our
no.
audience. I know the booster club. Yeah, 60.
Did they know the facts though when they were voting on that?
That's not my job, Dave.
That's a great point.
Yes, 90%.
Yes. 60%.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
good.
no,
That makes me feel better. That made me feel great. That makes me feel a little bit
Got
better.
3 other things here for you quickly. New Madden cover that you shared with us.
Oh,
Christian
yeah.
McCaffrey on the cover of the Madden cover.
Look, praying for you, dog. Just don't get hurt. I think it's real. I think it's real.
Ah,
No. Who's
I
on
think
the
it's
Josh
real.
Allen was on the last one.
I still think that's right. I need two.
Mm-hmm.
I need 2 cycles to go through.
And I think Lamar got hurt.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
At least like
2
Christian
straight
McCaffrey
cycles.
could retire right now, and we would have all said he had an awesome.
Well,
career.
yeah, I think
it's not like he's in his.
Well, I think calling Christian McCaffrey a running back is disrespectful.
You think so?
He's everything.
Christian McCaffrey's a football player.
Yeah, he's just a football player.
He does line up at that position though, right?
He does, but they move him out to slot, and they
Yeah.
give him a little wildcat. Hell, he could probably go back and backpedal and play a little bit of safety, maybe even some nickel, even though he's a little
He was
guy.
born for Shanahan's
Ankle player.
offense. All right, let's stay in the NFL. Aaron Rodgers not reporting to mandatory minicamp, and his absence is being considered unexcused.
I think that's, obviously there's going to be a fine. Here's what I need Aaron Rodgers to do if I'm the Jets. I don't need you at jumbo camp. I don't need you at medium-sized camp. I don't need you at fat camp. I don't need you at mini camp. You know where I need you? Healthy when we play during the season. Now, if he was a rookie or a young guy like Zach Wilson or something like that, that's a totally different story. This is Aaron Rodgers. All right, this is AA run we're talking about. I believe that he can get himself ready to go out there and be a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. I really believe that. So if you're the Jets fan, I would much rather trade you not going to mini camp and being healthy throughout the season with this defense, with some of the weapons that have been added. This isn't that big of a deal to me. Some people just hate Aaron Rodgers because of things that he says and stuff like that. But when it comes to football and being ready to play, listen, he may be in one of those dark cabins again with the lights off, listening to frogs.
So Jets head coach Robert Saleh said, Aaron and I spoke before OTA started. He's been very good in communication, and he's been here the entire time. It's an inexcused absence, but he had an event that was very important to him, which he communicated. So
look, I promise you, after what Saleh had to watch quarterback last year,
yeah,
he's gonna be like, go to it, Aaron. As long as everything's okay. If I'm okay, you're okay, we're okay.
That's exactly right.
All right, last one here. Panthers 2-0 series lead in the Stanley Cup Finals over the Orioles. But both those games were at home.
It just seems like the Panthers are just squeezing the Oilers defensively. Like the Oilers went so long without even getting a shot on goal last night. It's one of those things, and we see this in football sometimes, right? When you're not the better team, everything looks so hard. I was amazed when the Oilers scored first. I was amazed that they scored first because everything Edmonton does looks so hard. And Florida doesn't. I think Florida's the more physical team. I really do think that. I saw Edmonton trying to put their face in a little bit last night. I respect that. But it just – and Kirk from Canada called in yesterday, and he said it. Boys, there's a big gap in between these teams right now. And I saw it last night. I watched it. It just seems like everything is so hard for Edmonton to get anything going.
Yeah, and one fact I'm pretty sure is true. I believe Porzingis is out for the series.
Is he?
Oh, wow.
NBA Finals?
Celtics Mavs.
Wow.
What happened there?
Yeah, I saw who's a trusted source for the Celtics come out. I don't know what the injury. He tore some ligament in his ankle.
Oh, that ain't good.
Or something like that, and then he's going to be done for the series.
Man, that's tough. Well, regardless of you torn a ligament or not, there's many things that you can't have both ways, especially when it comes to clothing. But you don't need to sacrifice comfort for style. And thanks to our new partners over at Mack Welden, which is an incredible name. I mean, you would definitely be good at baseball if you named your kid that. They make timeless apparel with modern performance fabrics for guys who want to look and feel sharp without sacrificing comfort. David, tell them about how much you love Mack Welden, dog.
Love them, man. I've got 5 shirts, a pair of underwear, and 2 pairs of socks.
That's hot.
I'm trying to remember.
Mack Welden has a full range of clothes that never go out of style, from their light as air underwear to their anti-odor tees. You'll look great and you won't smell bad. Their Ace collection is another level. Me, I got the crew neck sweatshirt. All right, that's my go-to. I've been rocking a little bit, mixing it up. In Nashville, we know it's getting warmer, but the weather's still perfect for that sweatshirt, Dave. I love it. It's actually in my closet right now. I may wear it when we go out to dinner this week. But Mack Welden, don't sacrifice comfort for style, and you can get timeless looks when you go to Mack Welden. That's MackWeldon.com. You'll get 20% off your first order with promo code Booster, BOOSTER. That's MackWeldon.com, promo code Booster, MackWeldon.com with promo code Booster. Look good, feel good, play good, friends.
All right, we're going to get a couple more donations and we'll get out of here. D. Russell 58 with a $20 donation. I don't understand why everyone is so high on Georgia. The quarterback in my eyes is Jag plus. Doesn't stand out in
just
any manner, plus the lack of run game not now having Bowers. They look more like a paper tiger to me.
Man, I think Carson Beck's good. Man.
I think Carson Beck may be a top 3. It's probably going to be a top 3 quarterback taken next year. Look, he's ready. He's put the time in. He has a great team around him.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's going to be.
You
Brett
lose Brock
Favre.
Bowers, who's phenomenal.
Have you seen the way they've recruited?
Hey, you know who Oscar Delp is?
Yeah, I'm just telling you right now, it's hard as it is to say, if you're not a Georgia fan, it is hard to look at college football and look at Georgia's roster and Ohio State's roster and go, man, those aren't the two best teams. Georgia's going to be really good. And now, I'm not saying they're going to go undefeated and pissed. That's
what people aren't thinking about. Like
that's exactly right.
Last year for Georgia was a letdown.
Yeah.
All right, so they're going to be talented and pissed. And there's nothing scarier, all right, with a team with that amount of talent on that roster, coached by Kirby Smart, and pissed.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%.
And if he's just talking about the NFL, okay, I mean, who knows what these guys are going to do when they go to the NFL. But in terms of college, like I've seen enough to think that he's a great player. You know,
I agree with that.
I mean, we've seen Mac Jones be great in college, and he struggled in the NFL. Kyle Trask was great, still hasn't even gotten his shot in the NFL. So I can't speak to that necessarily. I think that he's more than just some sort of game manager on a really good team.
Yeah, and Jag means just a guy.
$2 donation from Steve Miller. Appreciate it, Steve. He says, what's your options on the Olympics new opinions? You meant to put opinions, you put options on the new Olympic guidelines.
I haven't seen those. What is
I
that?
haven't seen those either.
We'll look that up,
The
Steve.
committee has issued new guidelines for the 2024 Olympic Games in Paris, including social media guidelines, portrayal guidelines, and anti-doping framework. I'm not sure how this impacts the
Interesting. Steve, we'll look that up.
Yeah, we'll look
that up
into that. We'll look into that.
Hopefully we'll be.
Appreciate it, Chad. Great job today.
Hey, appreciate it, guys. We'll put our bets out on social media. We may start doing those, putting them out in the morning, which I didn't think was a bad idea. We had
well, yeah, we were doing that, but the baseball games are like only at 5 now, so we might be okay.
yeah.
'Cause
Well,
you
it
guys
just
are
depends
nervous.
on. Well, because you have sometimes baseball games start earlier.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Hey, shout out to the team. I know we had technical difficulties. Shout out to Tim Brando. He will be on the show tomorrow. You got something?
Yeah, one thing here. So the guidelines. Yeah, hold on just 1 second here. IOC publishes updated portrayal guidelines to help ensure gender equal,
Here we
fair,
go.
and inclusive media coverage
Okay, hold
of
on.
Paris 2024. The 2 weeks of Olympic coverage are a unique opportunity to generate new, strong, positive, and diverse role models and to promote balanced coverage and fair portrayal of sports people in all their diversity, irrespective of gender, race, religion, sexual orientation, socioeconomic status. This is directly from Olympics.com. Like, when Michael Phelps is competing, I want to see Michael Phelps.
So
more
yeah,
than anybody.
basically,
Like, what are
you're
we
gonna
talking
make me
about?
watch stuff I don't want to.
This is the Olympics we're talking about, man. Like, can the greatest athletes not reach the pinnacle, and then we see them more than we see? Like,
Whatever happened to just trying to put the best on TV to get the most people to watch to make the most money? I like when we did that. I take that.
What
over
are
this.
we doing?
I don't
At
know.
Olympics Broadcasting Services, we are committed to using our platform to showcase the diverse stories and achievements of sports people worldwide, ensuring that our broadcast efforts reflect the true spirit of equality and excellence that defines the Olympic movement. That's a nothing sentence.
I have no
That is
idea what
nothing.
that is. Literally putting a lot of words together that say absolutely nothing.
Who's the best?
Tomorrow's show.
You're the Olympics.
Tomorrow's
man.
show should be fun.
Yeah, and it's Wednesday.
Quickly, $5 donation from Cole Newman. In y'all's eyes, do you find it acceptable to be fans of teams in different cities? I'm in Orlando, so a fan of UCF, Braves, Magic, Cowboys, and the Lightning.
Yeah, it just I get it. You know, your whole portfolio there. You've got Tampa Bay, which is in your city.
Mhm.
You've got UCF, which is in your city. You're a Braves fan, so you're going outside there. But listen, if I had to be next to the Marlins, I'd probably do that too, even though the Rays have put some good seasons together. Shocked you're not a Rays fan. Now, if you would have said, listen, I live in Florida. I'm a Texas fan. I'm a Warriors fan. I'm a Chiefs fan, and I'm a Yankees fan. Like that to me would be a little bit out. It just depends on the portfolio. But you're good, Cole. You're good on that one.
All right.
But appreciate everybody. Got a great show for you tomorrow. Hopefully, no technical difficulties. Shout out to our team for just being able to get us on today. We'll catch you tomorrow. And like the chances of whatever happen again, we're going.
Ooh.
Gone. Yeah. That wasn't technically difficult.